Good morning and welcome to AM Break with Ann and Audra. Ann, how's it going today?
It is going very well. How was your Valentine's Day?
It was good. It was pretty chill. We had some friends over for dinner. Sean surprised me, had a chef come. Great meal. We just got to chill at home and no hustle bustle, just we're there. So it was good. Got the fireplace going.
Good.
It got kind of cold.
It did get very cold.
Right?
I remember. And then I got this from Vince, my little heart.
Oh my goodness. That's so sweet.
He's my good little dude.
Hello, Vince.
But I wanted to ask you something. So the last time we had the Gillums on air, we actually did a Q&A where we asked them questions and we quizzed them. So we're going to do that with you right now.
Why? See, wait, time out.
I feel like I can make fun of Joel, and you're going to help me.
We're ready.
So now
Let's
you're good
go.
with that. All right. So, what is Joel Silver's middle name?
Joel's?
And keep in mind, I've known Joel for 12 years. I've been his TV wife for 5. I just found out what his middle name is.
I thought like Alan or like Bob.
That's funny. It's funny, but it was similar to what we asked when I asked you about RJ's maiden name.
Howard.
Joel's middle name is Howard.
Come on, are you serious?
12 years I've known this guy.
Y'all are kindred spirits.
I just found out his middle name is
Joel
Howard.
is holding out on the info.
And so I found out, and I was laughing about it. The next time I saw him, I said, "Why did you never tell me what? I never knew your middle name. I've even asked you."
That's crazy.
You have asked me.
Joel.
I've always wondered, why do you want to know my middle name? Simple curiosity. We've known each other forever.
And you're just finding this out.
And then he starts laughing. He goes, I guess that is kind of neat. My middle name is Howard.
Well, awesome, Joel.
And so we've been laughing about this, and so now he's going on about how we're kindred spirits, and this is why we've been together for so long, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we need some more information on Joel then. There's some other things. I mean, we didn't know that.
His middle name is Howard. More than a decade I've known that guy, and just found this out. So anyways, that's my little story. I wanted to make fun of Joel for withholding information, which I told him is the same thing as lying.
As lying. She just put you out there, like, flat out. Okay.
Poor Joel. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and get to our guest today. We're talking about something very interesting, in my opinion, and you and I have talked about it too. Eating disorders and being healthy and everything that goes with it. It's a much deeper issue than we may realize. We have with us Shannon, and we also have Heather, and Shannon owns her own nutrition company essentially, and Heather works for FSU, and you work with students and other folks who have potentially, or maybe do, have eating disorders. So welcome to the show. We're excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
One of the reasons why we have the ladies today is because coming up soon this month, we're going to have Eating Disorder Week. So let's talk a little bit about the events surrounding that, and then let's get into the actual issue. We'll start with that.
Okay, so next week, Eating Disorder Awareness Week, we're going to be having like a mini social media campaign.
Great.
Basically, we're going to be putting up Love Your Body Day sticky notes around the bathrooms, the mirrors in the bathrooms at Florida State with hashtags that kind of lead them to more information about eating disorders. And that's going to be Monday of the week, and then Tuesday we're going to challenge them to take a picture and post it on Instagram without any filters.
Oh, great.
That's scary.
We should do
Challenge 5 other friends to do the same
challenge me. I got you.
Okay,
we can do this.
We can do this.
And then the challenge for you guys would be to be on camera without your makeup.
Yeah,
Who said filters? I thought we started with filters.
Well,
maybe
I
lights.
kind of changed it and took it a little bit further.
I don't know if I'm
Own
going to accept
natural
that challenge. I
beauty.
may be doing everyone a favor by not accepting that challenge. But I'll think about it. I will.
Okay, now I'm curious. Okay, so we're talking about eating disorder awareness. Now, it's interesting because I think a lot of people may assume this is a college thing, this is young women.
Yeah, right.
Kind of explain to us, who could be classified as having an eating disorder? What kinds of things do you see? What kind of maybe people or concerns do you have?
Eating disorders come in all age groups, all genders, all races. We're not limited to any one specific individual. I think that women are most predominantly predisposed to eating disorders. I think that we need to start realizing that and start spreading the word and looking for the symptoms that the people that we love and that we're friends with might have, so we can help them to get the resources and the help that they need to get better.
Okay, well let's take a step back. So let's talk about the individual. I have to believe it's possible that you have an eating disorder and may not even be aware of it.
Right.
Let's start with the individual person. Speaking to somebody that may have an eating disorder, what what do you need to recognize in yourself, in your habits,
Right.
that would indicate to you, whoa, maybe I have a problem and I need to talk to somebody? What are some signs that you look for, an individual can look
Right.
for in terms
well,
of
there's
them?
some red flags that are associated with the disorders, and one of them is just having body dissatisfaction or negative body image. And when you have body dissatisfaction, you want to do everything you can to change that. And that therein comes the obsession with counting calories or checking your weight multiple times per day or being in the gym 2 hours or more, and the obsession of the gym and that exercise addiction could be you go to the gym whether you're sick, tired, some of that stuff. Many of us in our culture, we're told to eat this, not that, and there's guilt associated with some of the foods that we choose to eat that we consider bad. And so if you're talking about food that way, you're talking about your body in a negative way, you're comparing yourself to your friends and really kind of obsessing about some of those thoughts, then you would want to seek professional help.
Right, so I'm just wondering, there's that line where you know you need to diet, you've got a legit 20 pounds that you need to lose. The doctor's even told you, so I just wanted to make the...
Even in that situation, Heather and I both practice the same thought in intuitive eating. I mean, there are medically necessary diets out there, so to speak. If you have diabetes, if you have hypertension, if your doctor has ordered a certain diet for you for medical nutrition therapy. At the same time, if you're a client of mine and you're seeing me to lose weight, I really advise my clients to not have foods that are completely off limits, and to listen to their bodies. Am I truly hungry or am I stressed out? And so there's no bad food. There's no foods that are eliminated from your diet. You should be able to go have ice cream with your children and not feel shameful for that. So those are the things we're trying to teach and educate women, children, men about, because we want people to have a good life and a good quality of life and love themselves and feel good about themselves.
Well, Shannon, we were talking, and the viewers at home, they have young children. I have 3 young daughters, and we talked about, setting the stage and setting the tone. So what are things that you can recommend to moms or, parents of young children? What kind of model can we set? What are things that we can do or say to them?
Okay, I'll give you a couple and then I'll let Heather. We both have daughters. I have 4 and Heather has 2. My daughters are constantly watching me and what I'm saying and what I'm doing. And so thinking about what you say about food and what you say about your body in front of your children is very, very important. If you're not happy with yourselves and you're talking about being fat or not liking a certain part of your body, your daughters are going to start looking at themselves and they're going to start talking like that. So, really reaching down in within yourself and saying, you know what, I'm supposed to set the tone and really help my daughters and my sons, if you're a man, even if you're a mom, to accept their body for the way that it is and love themselves is extremely, extremely important. So again, not saying I'm on a diet, not saying that I can't have this, or showing that your children that you have balance, that it's okay to have everything in moderation.
Well, it goes with those hashtags. I am enough. Just having that positive idea.
And it's intuitive. When babies, they eat what they want and they're done, and you can't force anything. It's that concept of intuitive. I eat what I want, when I want, without guilt. But there, as Shannon mentioned, there are some problems in the relationship with the foods I choose and why I choose them. So beyond balance, variety, moderation, and being intuitive, there's this: when I'm stressed, I go to ice cream. When I'm sad, I do these behaviors. And so we try to unpack some of that and help them to develop a healthy relationship with food so that they can eventually consume these foods without any, being out of control or feeling guilty about it. So that intuitive concept is really interesting to people. They're like, no, I need to lose weight. I need to diet.
Right
They
now.
look at us like
Right.
we're crazy. Like, I came to see you
Right.
to lose weight. What are you talking about? I can have whatever I want.
But dieting, chronic dieting, really does lead to eating disorder behaviors and disordered patterns of eating, thinking about, and then it's that pursuit that kind of transitions.
Okay.
With regards to Shannon's comment about the kids, you offer a variety of foods. Everything is on the table. You're going to consider the nutrition, but you're going to allow them to make those choices versus making any sort of suggestion. Do you think you had enough? Or do you really want to eat more sweets? I talk to my girls about sometimes foods and all the time foods. And so I explain to them that everything can fit.
In his place. All right.
All right. Well, actually, we have not covered everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to break right now. When we come back, we're actually going to keep Shannon and Heather here a little bit longer because we've got more to pick their brains about.
Right.
So stay with us. We're going to be right back.
Kinetics Health Club, your fitness prescription for life. Everything from free weights, cardio equipment with TVs, group fitness classes including Les Mills, cycling classes, body composition testing, complimentary childcare with membership, personalized programs, and personal and small group training are available. A helpful and friendly staff is available to assist you in reaching your fitness goals. We have 2 locations to serve you. One located in the Southwood Town Center upstairs, and the other north of town off Cary Forest Road next to Red Elephant. Come by today.
Almost every closet can be divided into 4 distinct categories. First, there are clothes that you wear. There are clothes you don't wear, clothes that you can't wear, and clothes you shouldn't wear. At Goodwill, we gladly accept all of these, giving you the opportunity to buy more of these.
Every child needs a mentor, a positive role model. For me, that was my grandmother. For more than 110 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters has been making meaningful monitored matches between adult volunteers and children. And these positive relationships have direct and measurable impacts. Help a child realize his or her potential. Visit bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Welcome back to AM Break with Ann and Audra. Still with us right now, we've got Shannon and Heather. And the reason why we still have you is we decided not to let you go because
No,
the
don't leave.
topic is so in depth. There's a lot more to talk about. Before we get into the actual events for the week coming up for Eating Disorder Awareness Week, wanted to ask you one question. So if we have a loved one that we spend a lot of time with,
Right.
and we think they may have an eating disorder, what are we looking for so that we
Right.
recognize it? And then you said there are things not to do and there are things to do to help them help themselves. Let's get into that.
I think you have to talk about it.
Sure.
And that's the first step is saying there's a problem and I've got to sit down with the person that I love or care about and I've got to just ask them what's going on. Certain signs and symptoms will start to show an obsession with getting on the scale and talking about their weight and how they look, stating that they feel fat, stating that they feel bloated all the time right after they eat, even if they don't eat very much, avoiding certain foods, saying, all of a sudden that I don't eat meat or I'm a vegetarian or I'm, and just watching the behaviors of the one that you love when it comes to mealtime. There's a lot of ritualistic things that happen as well as far as anorexia goes and bulimia and binge eating disorder. And Heather can kind of talk about those.
Yeah, so all of what Shannon was saying with the girls at Florida State and men, there's some social isolation, and so their friends keep asking them to go out and eat or go get some froyo, and they just hang back and they say, "I've eaten," and then they may just because of the shame about their body, they don't want to wear the clothing, they don't feel good enough, they might binge in that particular situation.
So I want to talk a little bit about, if we're not in college, what do we do? Because I think a lot of times habits are learned and we figure
Right,
that's what
right.
it is and that's why I've learned. So Shannon, can you talk to us a little bit about Fuel Nutrition and, what kinds of
sure.
things you educate
Absolutely.
the community on?
I am a nutrition consultant. I have private nutrition consulting. So clients, I see clients for some for weight loss, some for wellness, and mainly right now my practice is focused on eating disorders. I have some clients who have anorexia, some clients that have bulimia, some clients that have both, some clients that have binge eating disorder.
Well, actually, one pause. What are all the possible eating disorders you could? Anorexia, I've heard of. Bulimia, binge eating, I've heard of those. Is there anything else?
Those
Are those
go ahead.
the
They
big
kind
ones?
of cross
Okay,
over
perfect. Okay.
because someone with anorexia, I mean, you typically think, oh, wow, she or he looks very thin, but someone with anorexia could be normal weight
Right.
or even overweight. So we have to challenge some of our paradigms about that.
Okay, perfect.
So it kind of crosses over. Someone who restricts might occasionally binge because they're physically hungry. They
Right.
cannot continue to restrict. And then that leads to some purging behavior. Now, the purging can be self-induced vomiting, it can be laxatives, it can be over-exercising to compensate for the calories that they ingested.
Right, okay.
For the binges are subjective. And so across the board, anorexic binge could be a plate of food. Bulimia could be an unhealthy, what they would deem as bad meal.
Right.
And so it changes, it kind of melds together. And so it is difficult to kind of diagnose.
Okay.
Binge eating disorder, where you binge eat in secret, and it's a shameful type of thing, all of these are, there's no compensation. So the person binges, and then there's no purging behavior.
Okay. All right, Sharon, I'm so sorry. So back to what you were saying, as you're dealing with folks, your clients.
Yeah, and in a situation that is a outpatient consulting position as I'm in, when I have a client that has an eating disorder that's been referred to me, and Heather works in this way too. We work in a team with a psychologist who typically has a lot of experience working with eating disorders, a doctor. So we work as a team together and communicate together to give the client the best care possible.
Right.
So that's how it works in both situations,
Right.
in outpatient and inpatient.
Okay. Well, then let's talk about the upcoming week, and then we also want to talk about the scale, which we're going to close the show out with. But it's an awesome scale that doesn't have what, Audra? What's it
No
missing?
numbers.
Yeah.
Just compliments. There we go.
But the actual dates of the week are?
So Monday, February 22nd,
Right.
we're going to be doing positive body image kind of messages.
Right.
Love your body. It's beautiful. Be beautiful, you. Kind of those sorts of things. And we're going to post these sticky notes in the restrooms at Florida State. And the second day, Tuesday, we're going to do an Instagram challenge. I believe I've already mentioned
Right,
this. And these are going to lead up to Love Your Body Day on Thursday. And there's a bunch of different opportunities for education, awareness, and knowing that body dissatisfaction leading to disordered eating patterns in response to dieting can lead to an eating disorder. And so people don't think about these things as being problematic. Part of this is our Yay scale has positive messages on it, like I'm lovely, I'm sexy, I'm cute, these types of things, without seeing the numbers, because we often kind of connect who we are based on our numbers, and our body image is can become negative in response to checking these numbers.
Okay. Well, when you have the hashtags and all those things put together,
Yes.
please let us know. We'll put them on our Facebook page so that folks who aren't on campus can actually see these hashtags and get
most
involved.
definitely.
We're going to
as well.
also give you guys some resources, some online resources, because there are a lot of places that you can go to get information to educate yourself, again, so you can help your loved ones to go in the right direction if you see any of these signs or symptoms.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been very
Thank
informative.
you.
We had a great time with you.
Thank you.
And we hope the community does get involved for this next upcoming week. That'll
Absolutely.
be very informative again. Yay. All right, when we come back, we've got more to show you, including Audra and I are going to get on the scale.
Wheezy's Home and Cottage. There's so much here for your home you may never want to leave. Wheezy's Home and Cottage in the Market District next to Narcissus. Hey, where did Ann and Audra go?
The body only performs as to what you put into it.
We cook it fresh and we bring it to you every day.
Helping people to maximize their effort, whether they're training in the gym, whether they want to gain weight, whether they're trying to lose weight.
Need someone to show me how to eat right, the right ingredients, the right portions, and make it easy where it's delivered at my door.
It's a large variety of food. I definitely love it.
It's just been absolutely delicious. I mean, stuff's really, really, really good. Just a lifestyle change.
Welcome to Cabela's Hair and Nail Studio in Midtown Spa. Come to Cabela's and experience the high-scale salon experience and let us cater to your every beauty need. Conveniently located in Midtown above the Wine Loft. Cabela's, a fun and energetic and pampering place to plan an escape just for you.
Hi, my name is Colleen Morgan and we are here at Cabela's Salon and Spa. Today I have Marianne and we did a nice soft multi-dimensional blonde. We also did a short layered bob just to help give her some swing. I showed her a new trick with the bangs on how to blow dry back and forth to help lay down any unwanted cowlicks that you might have. When Marianne came in, she wanted to have a new splash of color. She wanted something fresh and a new idea. She'd been going to someone for a long time, so I decided to give her a multi-dimensional blonde. We put a dark blonde, a light blonde, and a white blonde. I took her root color and did an ash, then brought it through, which helped break up the dark and the light blonde. With the cut, I did a bob with lots of brown layers, which help shape her head, which makes it really nice to style and really easy to get the look that you're wanting. It also adds a lot of swing and body to the hair. And for the bangs, we did straight bangs across, just a light feather of straight across bangs, and then we did a side bang, which helps with a nice sweeping over motion in the bangs, adds a nice little fresh touch to regular straight bangs. With Marianne's hair, she has fine hair, but she has a lot of it. So adding the bob will help give her volume, and if you're not looking for a lot of volume, you can also tame down the bob, where it makes it nice and sleek and elegant look, without a bunch of volume at the top. It also adds a lot of swing to the hair to add a lot of layers. All right, this is the style of the week, and thank you, Marianne, for being our model for today. I hope you enjoy it.
I did.
You can also come see us at Cabela's anytime. Give us a call. It's 575-7529.
My name is Julie Puckett. I've been in the fitness industry for about 5 years now here in Tallahassee. It is my passion to help people find their fitness so that we can make Tallahassee the healthiest community that we can. Kinetics came into my life about 3 months ago, and so I've been here ever since. The general manager of Kinetics in Southwood, where I'm able to reach a lot more people and spread that passion and get a lot more people in the door and finding their passion for fitness so that they can be healthy for life. I'm very excited about what AM Break is going to bring to the Tallahassee community. People are going to be able to be exposed to people, places, and things and events that they might not otherwise be exposed to. And for me personally, to be able to bring my passion for fitness to a broader community to hopefully instill passion in other people to get their fitness on and become healthier, it's going to be great. So I'm very excited about what they're bringing to the Tallahassee community.
Welcome back to AM Break for our final block. We're going to talk about some upcoming events. Do you want to start us off?
I do. Now, as you know, I'm doing these cultural dates to really showcase what's going on, Tallahassee, the Big Bend region. And on Saturday, Ann, are you going to be my cultural date?
I'm going to be your cultural date.
Yay! And so we are going to Monticello Opera House on Saturday at 7 p.m. to actually see one of my board members, Dell Suggs, do a performance. So
he's amazing. I've seen him once before.
Yay! So this is going to be awesome. So check that out and join us if you would like. And what else is happening?
We actually have you again.
Okay.
Being very cultural. You're dancing. This is for the Oxygen Ball to benefit the
Lung Association.
Correct. So what we need you to do is go online and vote for Audra to make sure that she wins.
Yes, I've moved up in the ranking, so I went from dead last to fourth.
See?
So fourth place.
Thank you so much already.
Yes, thank you.
A little bit more help. And also coming up tomorrow at Tap Room, February 20th, we've got the Flip Flop Boys. Come out and see us there. Over 21, no cover. Come check us out. Now, what we're going to do, Audra,
yes,
is we're going to do it. We're going to get on the scale. Are you ready? I'm going to go first.
Do it, Ann.
See what I got.
Ann is, dun dun dun, she is between adorable and hot.
Yay! I got two kind of, sort of. All right, so your turn. Let's see what Audra does.
Let me pop up on here. On the yay scale.
The yay scale. Oh, Audra got beautiful.
Oh, thank you, yay.
Are we surprised? Not really. Nope. Anyways, thank you to all of our guests who were on the show this week. We had a great time with the scale and learning more about eating disorders, actually.
Awesome.
And make sure you participate next week in all that they have going on, and we will see you in 1 week.
People often ask, what exactly does Goodwill do?
Simple. One day you look in your closet and say, oh my gosh, a purple paisley shirt. So you donate it to Goodwill, where someone says, oh my gosh, a purple paisley shirt. And then, this is my favorite part, we use the money to fund programs that help people become more independent. You should see what we can do with a pair of these.
The all-new TLX from Acura.
Now available at Procter Acura.